on, let's go. I can't be an effective tank sniper if you're not moving around. Gonna get me shot here. There it is. Aye, that was beautiful, that was. Well, hello there, people from the internet, and welcome to World War 3. Now, the game is finally out. I was fortunate enough to play the beta a couple of times. About a month or so ago, maybe a bit less. So I kind of know what to expect out of the game. I was kind of hoping to see what's changed. And I was really looking forward to the game. Now, keep in mind, this is early access. Early access, obviously, you know what that means. All sorts of bugs, crashes, things that shouldn't be, they are, and all that sort of good stuff that comes with an early access game. It is, however, in the beta stages. It's not alpha by installing the game, it's beta access. So fair enough, it's going to be a little bit better than your average alpha stuff where somebody just gives you, let's say you're having a loaf of bread, here's some flour, here's some yeast, and here's a bowl of water, enjoy. Not quite like that, at least you get the dough, if you see what I mean. So you may be wondering, how's the game? How does it play? What's it like? Can you get in? There's been a few issues with the game trying to get in. Well, as it turns out, it takes a little bit of time for you to get in. I'd say within a couple of minutes you'll be in. Just give it some time. It'll take some loading. Once the game is in, you'll be able to do some customizing. Now, once you get onto the main screen, and we'll cover that later on, we'll start customizing your things. For some reason, they don't save once you leave the game. Now, not after you leave the match. If you go back into the match, or you just go back to the war map, and you want to sort of join the action somewhere else, that's fine. But if you completely close out of the game, when you come back, your loadout will not be saved, and you'll have to do it all over again. Now, there's a lot of things that have been unlocked already. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that, and all the attachments and the weapons and the sort of skins and camos and things like that, everything's unlocked. Maybe that's just something they left over from the beta, or they maybe just say, okay, well, just here you go, use it and abuse it, and we'll see what works and what doesn't work. But all in all, I mean, there's going to be a ton of customization in the game, and if I were to sort of compare the game a little bit with anything, I wouldn't say this one game. I'd say it's a mixture of a lot of games. You've got elements of Battlefield, you've got elements of Insurgency, you've got Squad, you've got the customization of Escape from Tarkov, because when it comes to weapons, there's just so much that you can do with the weapon, from changing the stocks to the sights to the blazers to ammo types to grips to there's just so much in there. And like I said, we'll cover that a little bit later on, and I'll give you a glimpse of what this is all about. As for pricing, it is 25 euros if you want to buy the game, probably $28 or something like that, and about 25 pounds, I would say. All in all, performance-wise, it's not bad at all. I'm running this on a i7-3770K and a GTX 1070. 50 to sort of 55, 45, 55, that's kind of my average frame rate in this. Now, I know improvements and optimization and things like that will come as soon as they get past a couple of things. One thing you have to remember, this is a very small studio from Poland. This is not your AAA, Activision, Call of Duty, Battlefield, DICE, EA, all that sort of stuff with the best engines and the best servers. I mean, this is running on the Unreal Engine, so you're going to get as much as you can get out of this. But it's still a fun game to enjoy with friends. Now, like I said, it is an early access title, and there is a few things, like you couldn't jump over that little thing there. I can see my good man there trying. He's found a way, so we'll just follow, and hopefully we'll take down the next objective. But the thing is, it's going to be a game that caters to people that enjoy this sort of type of game. You know, if you're running together with your squad mates, if you're running together with a couple of friends, you will definitely enjoy this. As a lone wolf, as I was sort of playing it a little bit, it's not that fun to play it alone. I mean, sure, you can stay somewhere on the side, and you can pick targets off at distance and things like that. But I think to have the best out of this game and to get the best out of the game, you will enjoy it a lot more by playing it with a couple of friends and actually working together with a squad, capping objectives together with a squad, and you'll get rewarded for it because you'll get something called battle points. So every time you kill somebody, every time you capture the flag or anything like that, you will get battle points, and therefore you'll have all sorts of gadgets available at your disposal, from tanks to lavs to paper planes to all sorts of other cool stuff that you'll be able to deploy on the battlefield, to airstrike and carpet bombing and all that good stuff. and you will be able to have a lot of fun with just having a few gadgets and just working together with your team. As for game modes, well, there is only the one game mode so far, and you've got 3 different maps. There might be actually more. I've only been able to get into 3, but I know people have said I've only been able to get into 1 or 2 maps, because you get put into a quick match sort of system. You just go into the quickest match near you, then you join either the defenders or the attackers, and then you just go for it from there. But I think there might actually be something else out there. Who knows? I mean, I know in time they're going to get more stuff out, and it's pretty cool to see some weather effects that you have. I mean, this is basically underneath the Brandenburg Gate, so this is Berlin, where you have a bit of cloud, a bit of sort of storm going on, a bit of rain. You also have Moscow, which is going to have a lot of storm, and I think Moscow has to be my favorite map so far, just because of the snow and how cool it looks, all the red square. It looks all devastated by sort of tank shells and bullets and explosions everywhere, and it's pretty cool. And then you also have just a regular old map, which is, I can't remember the name of it. It's got like a huge ass airport and a terminal on it, and that's just straight up sort of sunny day in that one. But I think in time they might actually get a little bit more done to this. It's just a matter of waiting, and like I said, being a small studio, they can't really afford to get all this stuff out done yet. They need a little bit of money in order for them to progress and make the game the way we want it, so hopefully that's going to happen in time. So as promised earlier on, let's take a closer look at the actual customization. So this is your war map, where you have 4 different locations: Moscow, Smolensk, Warsaw, and Berlin. When it comes to customization, you have 3 different loads out: medium, light, and heavy. Now, each of these come pre-equipped with something if you just want to roll with that. If not, then click it and then scroll down, and you're going to have a ton of different weapons to choose from all sorts of forces in the world. Once you've chosen that particular weapon that you want, then you'll have options to either customize that weapon or to choose the secondary, because you will be able to run a secondary weapon here. So in this particular case, let's just use the Tor, and we'll use that T5000, T500, or whatever it is, that sniper rifle, and then we'll start customizing our primary weapon. Now that's just your standard weapon that you have there, and then sort of the sky's the limit, where you can go in with attachments, or got all sorts of different scopes. You can put a canted sight on the side of it if you want to. You can put long scopes on it, even sniper rifle, basically sniper rifle scopes on these, and you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Now you can put lasers, you've got patches, badges, you've got your country's flag. I mean, there's over, I don't know, 50 countries in there, maybe even more, for you to choose from barrels to muzzle brakes to flashes to all sorts of other things that you can customize. So when I said a little bit earlier on that it sort of resembles a little bit of Escape from Tarkov when it comes to customization, it kind of does, because you have a ton of it there. Now this is just that one weapon, so you can go from 10, 20, 30, 40, 60 rounders in there if you don't want to reload that much. And you also have another option to change some bullets. You can actually carry a few extra spare bullets. Now these are going to be HP if you want them, or APs or FMJs. My HP, they're going to be really good versus flesh. So obviously this is something that you're going to be using versus the infantry. Again, you've got stocks, you've got a lot of things that you can customize and make your weapon sort of the way you like it and the way you think it's going to be working best for you. Now, like I said earlier on in the beginning, remember that once you left the game, this will not save, so you'll just have to come back and do this again. As for your soldier, he does have a lot of customization himself. You can change his hat, you can change his vest, his pants, his gloves, shoes, face masks, face paint, body paint, tattoos, all that sort of crap. It's in there. All you've got to do is choose it and abuse it. I'm definitely looking forward to play the game a lot more. I've only managed to get in a few games in, but I'll make a little series of the game where I go in through 2 primary weapons that you can have, say an assault rifle and a sniper on your back, and then using those, how good, how effective those weapons are in the field, and if it's something that you should be using or something that you should be staying away from, because some weapons are obviously going to be better than some, but some actually do more damage with a slow rate of fire and things like that. We'll test all those out and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.